Once upon a time, a girl named Felicity and a boy named Peter bought an abandoned 1830s farmhouse in New York, and one of the biggest things, in fact the biggest thing, that this house needed was a brand new roof. So as you can see by this before shot, this is what the roof looked like when we closed on the house in July, and when we started working on it a couple days ago. The original roof was tin, and it was put on about 40 some years ago, and generally tin roofs last no more than 50 years, and so it was definitely time for the roof to come off. And this is really exciting because up until now, if you've been following this channel, you'll know this already, we've been doing a lot of repairs on the outside of the property. We haven't actually touched the house yet, so this is our first opportunity to make a really big change to the house, and it is really exciting to be out here for the first time and to see the progress. This is the progress from 2 days, and one of the biggest things you can see there is that the chimney is no longer gone. That is the divot that you can see in the roof. So the brick monstrosity that you may have seen in the before shot is no longer there, and they've stripped this south side of the wall all the way down to, I don't know if you call it framing, down to the original boards that have been tarred several times. And they have the first round of zip board up there, all of which is really exciting to see this come to life. And the porch is being fixed as well, because the porch is also going to need to be re-roofed. So let's take a look at what the north side of the roof looks like, because that also will give you a great before shot. So this side of the roof they haven't taken off yet, so you can see this is a nice before shot, and they haven't taken the roof off of the kitchen extension either, so you can see the aerial still needs to be taken down. So this is what the roof looked like before they've touched it. And this is our very first look at the shingles that will be going on the roof. We have gone with a dark green color, so the house is going to be white with dark green accents. So we'll have a dark green roof on both the main roof and the porch roof, and the porch floor will also be dark green, and the lattice underneath the porch will be dark green, and it's going to be like an Anne of Green Gables thing. It's going to be awesome. Speaking of the porch, as a before shot, this is what the supports looked like for the porch before they came through and were replaced. You can see there are concrete slabs underneath that they're supported on, so we're just putting new extra concrete slabs in there to hold up the porch. One of the biggest areas of change is this corner, simply because we've been going back and forth. This is where the little cement pad is here. We've been going back and forth, and this corner was broken pretty much the first week we were here. So they've replaced all the decking on the south side. If I pan down here, they've taken away, I don't know if you guys remember, last time we were here, the sectionals that were formerly inside. One of the sectionals was here, one of the sectionals was here. So now those are taken away. It looks very uncluttered. Here's what the deck looks like. Probably not the best lighting in the harsh glare of the afternoon, but you can see if you look down where the new ones and the old ones have been interspersed. They haven't done the ceiling yet, which will be the next part of the task. It's going to look great when it's painted. The other thing they're going to do is they're going to come through and pressure wash the walls, which you may not be able to see in the video, but the walls are really quite dirty. And so it'd be nice to have those. You can actually see, because here they've been cleaned, and then there they haven't been. So eventually these are going to also be pressure washed, and then they're going to repaint when they repaint the rest of the siding. The more I look at it, the more level it becomes, and it's really satisfying. It's a little astonishing to me that I didn't notice it when we first pulled up, but I was talking to Peter, and I think the reason I didn't notice it is because this is the porch as it's meant to look, as opposed to when we looked at it previously and it was immediately obvious that the porch was in bad shape and needed help. So that's my only defense for not noticing that the porch had been worked on. But this feels really satisfying, even though there's no one out here working on the roof today. This is the kind of restoration that we had in mind. This is the kind of loving it and taking care of it and bringing it back to its glory. I don't know that this porch is original to the house. In fact, I suspect it isn't. We do know there was a porch on the property in 1945 when it was sold to the Ferguson family, because that description is available in some quick online research. So again, I don't think this porch is original to the property, although some of the pillars might be of an older style, because the porch is the first thing that everybody notices about it from the road. It is honestly the reason we took a second look at the property. And so to see it start coming back to its level glory and to have the boards replaced and to think about what it will look like when it's painted and all of the woodwork has been spiffed up is really satisfying. This is the reason that we wanted a house like this. We wanted to be able to take care of what's here and steward it and save it. And that feels incredibly satisfying. So I'm really looking forward to coming back out here in a few days to see how much further they've gotten on the east facing side and the north facing side, and to see how much further they've gotten with the roof.